Things won't get any easier for the Chiefs coming off a tough loss to the Jaguars on Monday Night Football as they host the 4-1 Lions this week. The good news for KC, Patrick Mahomes is 20-5 in his career following a regular season loss. RC, we were asking this question before we headed to Jacksonville for Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Is this a must-win game for Mahomes and the Chiefs? It's giving deja vu.
This is absolutely a must-win. And, I wasn't in that place last week because I felt like they were then fighting to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl again or be a team that hosted playoff games, but they cannot fall behind anymore. You still have the Buffalo Bills on your schedule, the Broncos, obviously the Chargers once again. The Kansas City Chiefs has to go out and prove that they can beat a good opponent as this team is constructed right now, and then you get relief with Rashee Rice coming back.
It's absolutely a must game. You're absolutely right. I had the pleasure and the honor of working my first Monday Night Countdown game with RC and the crew for Monday Night Countdown a couple of weeks ago when Detroit was in Baltimore. It was on my bucket list. I loved it. And I saw the Detroit Lions make liars out of all of us because of the way they handled Baltimore. And then I'm looking at Kansas City right now. You had 109 yards off of 13 penalties, 109 yards in penalties over 13 penalties calls against you. You can't run the football. Plus Patrick Mahomes threw a pick six. Yo, man, they got to win this game. They're just not looking good. 12-0 in one-score games last year, 0-3 this year. They got to get it together. And Detroit ain't going to give anything to them because Detroit is for real.
The worst analogy in all of sports is saying that this is a must-win. Ryan Clark, you know this better than anybody, where every week is a must-win.
That's
for
true,
Kansas City,
David.
it's like, hey, turn up or get turned out.
Not turned out. By the way, their next 5 games, after the Lions, they have the Raiders.
To say you have to be conservative. I'm just saying, bro, when you're running and trying to make a play, just stay cautious of your surroundings. Taking unnecessary hits is not necessarily the plan. And some would say, Cam, wasn't you the same person that was bowling over defenders? Yeah, but I always was the hammer and not the nail. So if you're going into a situation where you do not have anything else to give, get down. Thank you so much for tuning into that statement.
Amen.
I can see it right now. Every Instagram analyst going to be talking about this, putting up Cam Newton runs and be like, he didn't get down right there. He didn't get down right there. And that's going to be 99% of them because he was also bigger than everybody that was trying to tackle him. I think the thing for Jackson Dart is you've proved enough, right? We know that you're tough. We know that you'll run the football. Now, you don't change that part of your game because that part of your game makes you special, but you do have to be smart. And I think the most telling sound of the game last night wasn't necessarily for me when Jackson Dart came back into the game. It was the boos when Russell Wilson was on the field. What they learned to do or what they feel from Jackson Dart isn't perfect play, right? It's grit. It's toughness, it's want to, it's will. That's what they want to see at the quarterback position. Sliding won't change that. But it's the same thing you got in Cam Scatterbo. I watched Cam Scatterbo in college at Arizona State in first person. I watched him play quarterback. I watched him play running back. Yeah. I watched him punt the football. And wasn't nobody else out there for Kenny Dillingham's offense. This dude is made to win. And he's also a kind, giving human. After the game, I would hang out, talk to his parents. He would come out, and his mom would give him a plastic bag of candy. He would take that plastic bag of candy, and while he ate that plastic bag of candy, he would not take a shower before he came out. He would stick it in his pants. And I appreciated him. He pulled him out his pants, and he goes, RC, do you want a candy? Hell no. What makes you think I'd eat your crotch candy? But what I'm saying is this. The dude is all dog, all boy, and an absolute
I didn't know
baller.
where we were going with that candy story, to be honest.
That's very nasty.
It's my Cam Scatterbo story.
That is extreme.
He offered it.
Out of all the stories,
I thought you were going to say he was giving out the candy to kids. What?
That's right.
I mean, Ryan Terry,
Why would you even tell that? Yes, he did.
He has a giving spirit.
Why would you even tell that? I mean, that was just nasty.
No. Since we holding everybody accountable, and we've been guilty of telling Stephen A. that he's known to give backhand compliments, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you about to say something disrespectful. You just literally gave us a story that had nothing nothing to do with nothing. And it was basically highlighting how Cam Scatterbo takes shower pills after the game.
He took the shower afterwards.
No.
He took the shower afterwards.
No,
he wanted to
shower
see his
pill,
family.
bro.
He wanted to see his parents, man.
That's cool.
Yo, bro.
That's cool.
He don't even need to be eating that after that, let alone offering it to somebody else. That's just nasty. Thank God he could play. Thank God he could play, and he got a great personality. That's a nasty-ass story
Surely
you just told about Cam Scatterbo on national television.
Surely he was trolling you,
Let's move
offering
on.
you a candy. That's crazy talk. Thank God he could play like that. I agree. Oh, my God.
My eyes
Never
watering.
again. That is not where I thought we were going. Could not have predicted that in my wildest dreams. Okay, on the other side of this game, a notable sequence from the second quarter of last night's game as the Eagles ran the tush-push on 4 consecutive plays from inside the Giants' 3-yard line before finally scoring a touchdown. Well, all eyes watching, including Micah Parsons, who reacted on social media, posting, quote, "This is not football," with 2 trash can emojis. There's a lot of controversy about the tush push. It almost got voted out. And the reason that the Eagles do this is because it is a very physically demanding thing. It's not everybody can do it, but 4 in a row, Stephen A?
I never felt that this play should be eliminated until last night. Watching the Eagles do it on 4 consecutive plays, I agree with Micah Parsons. That's number one. Number 2, here's the biggest reason I agree with him. Because over the last few weeks, since this issue has really been elevated in the mind's eye and publicly by the media, Cam and RC, how many times have we seen camera footage showing the Eagles offsides on the penalty? On the play. And yet it doesn't get called. See, if it's getting called and if it's getting caught, I got it. But if the officials are determining it's damn near impossible to catch you on it, and I don't see how they can come up with that, but that's what some of them have acted like. If you're going to say that it's impossible, I think it's a problem. Again, y'all would know better than me. I'm going to defer to y'all, but as somebody watching, it was a turnoff last night to see that, especially when they re-showed the play, and on at least a couple of occasions, the Eagles, they were offsides. That's my issue.
It's so easy to hate greatness, and it makes me so mad, right? Like, have you ever gone through Stephen A's comments? Nobody likes him. You know why? Because he's winning. And that's why you mad at the tush push. Know why they did it 4 times? Because they knew it was going to work. If you had another play that was going to work all the time, you would do it. Do you know what Carolina did every time they got in short yardage? You know what they did? They snapped the ball to Cam, they got an extra blocker, and he